What's up, Frankie? He says, hey, y'all, have a client for which for trademark purposes has multiple domains registered for their brand name with different TLDs like .net, .co, etc. Currently, they all 301 to the primary site and have email forwarders. Is there anything that can be done to provide some SEO benefits? Was thinking to send some PBN links from legit to them with branded anchors to be safe, but not sure if it's a good idea. Now, and again, guys, don't send PBN links to your money site. Don't do it, right? You build buffers, right? If you're going to send PBN links, guys, don't send them directly to your money site. You don't have to. There's so many different things that you can do to send. You can power up tier one assets with PBN links, right? But don't send them directly to the money site, even through a redirect. I don't advise that. Use cloud hosted pages. I just talked about that again. It's one of my favorite strategies right now. So the ID page, that's a cloud hosted page. It's been that way since we developed the ID page strategy, which is an Amazon S3 hosted HTML page, right? And it's just an iframe stack, an iframe loop. That's all it is. It's got entity information, structured data, and a bunch of iframes. That's a perfect target for that kind of stuff. You want to send PBN links, do it to the ID page. You want to send PBN links, set up Google Cloud hosted pages, Microsoft Azure, exactly what, go get Jesper Nissen's course on cloud stacking, go through it, set it up, use those. Those are perfect targets for PBN links. I don't even like to send PBN links direct to the Google Business Profile website anymore, right? We used to spam the shit out of that. I don't do that anymore. If I'm going to build links to the Google Business Profile website, it's going to be through cloud hosted pages or through niche relevant like guest post or high quality link insertions. But the point that I'm trying to make is if you're like, for example, there are some good providers that you got to buy the high quality guest post, guys. Don't go spend $25, $30 on a guest post. You'll get a shit guest post. Don't go buy a link insertion, which is a niche edit, from a cheap provider. There will be 18 other links hacked into that same article with the same damn anchor text outgoing. It provides no value whatsoever. It's spammy as shit. Don't do it. I'm telling you, I've tested this for months. If you're going to buy guest posts, buy from a top quality provider. Go for the more expensive ones. $150, $200 for a guest post. Yes, I know it sounds expensive, but if you want a high quality link, that's what you're going to pay for. And that one link is going to be so much more valuable than hundreds or thousands of spam links. Does that make sense? So why spend $200 on shit links? And I mean this for the, PBN stuff too. Yes, you can find some decent PBN providers, but not for tier one, guys. Don't build links to your tier one assets for PBN providers. You can do that from tier two, right? But not a tier one. So what I'm saying is guest posts are good for that. Good high quality niche edits or link insertions are also good for that. Not cheap ones, because I'm telling you, there'll be 15 other links in that same damn article, many of which will have the same kind of anchor text outgoing. So it basically devalues the link that you just purchased. You might as well build spam. But if you're going to get good niche edits, then those are going to be 1 or 2, maybe 3 links max, because that's what you're paying for, quality, right? And you're paying for referring domains and traffic metrics and everything else. But my whole point is, and that is why will I spend that kind of money, $150, $200, $300, no kidding, on that kind of a link? Guest posts, there are reasons to do it with guest posts, good guest posts. But for niche edits and things like that, you can build cloud hosted pages and get instant authority metrics from those because they're hosted on high domain, high authority cloud hosting domains. And you can control the content, the outbound links on that page. You can make it fully relevant. It's linking back directly to your money site, to your Google Business website, map embed, right? Your CID map URL or a map embed or both. You can do embeds and links on that same page. And now you've got one asset that you can power up with, I recommend niche relevant PBN links, not general PBN links. Guys, topical relevance is where it's at right now. If you can get topical relevance with good metrics, now, like I mentioned before, that's the golden egg right there. That's what's really working. But topical relevant, like links from topically relevant sources, is way better than getting a higher powered link from a general blog that has, 18,000 topics on it, right? And so that's why I'm saying, guys, you can manipulate kind of how you're doing your link building. I just did some training. I did half. I was going to do a full training on my link building methods last Thursday for the Mastermind webinar, but we have a bunch of new members in the Mastermind and we had a bunch of questions that I needed to address for our members. So I only got half of the link building training done. I'm going to do the other half next Thursday. So if you're interested in that, come join the mastermind, guys. We have a quarterly offer. It's stupid. Just come join it. Check it out for 3 months, get all the information you need, and then quit if you want. Hopefully you'll stay because you'll be making more money. And I'm not saying that to pitch, but I'm saying like the link building methods that I've been kind of developed over the last couple of months is working really, really well. I've done a ton of experimenting. And I found out what's really working right now for local. That's all I'm talking about, local link building. And I know what works. And I shared, like I said, half of the strategy last week. I'm going to talk about how to do the deep dive kind of backlink analysis that I do and go into that next week. So I would encourage you to check it out. So to get back to your question, Frankie, you can do some PBN stuff, but not to those redirects. What I recommend is that you set up other assets first. Cloud hosted pages. You could do well-tuned content on Web 2s. So your branded assets that you already have, publish really well-tuned content. So again, you can control the links. You can put embeds. You know how many outbound links are on the page, all that kind of stuff. And then you can send PBN links to those if you'd like. I still recommend that you find topically relevant PBNs. Ahmed Abraham and Legit, he's got some niche relevant PBNs that are pretty damn good. He's got some high trust flow stuff that you can buy that are pretty good. You can buy some less expensive guest posts to use at tier 2, not the real. If you're going to link directly to your money site, though, you want to go with the highest quality that you can. And I mean that. Like I said, the Socket Wahi is one of the providers over there. He's got a guest post that's the Ninja guest post, which is the top tier. It's like $167 for one guest post. It's good though, right? It's a good link. But you can publish a piece of content on a cloud hosted page for a lot less, and then really kind of power that up with less expensive links because those are tier 2. That makes sense. So there's just a number of ways to get the results without endangering your money site. Redirects are fine, but you still want to put a buffer before using PBN links. And if you're going to use PBN links, I highly recommend that you seek out niche relevant PBNs. Okay. Topical relevance is key right now, guys. It's only going to continue getting that way, I think. Part of the other reason, guys, also think about this with Web 2s, some of them you can insert schema. In cloud hosted pages, you can. If you're buying cloud hosted pages, you can ask the providers if they will insert schema. Just provide it to them when you place the order. If you're creating your own cloud hosted pages, then you have the ability to add schema. It's a big part of it, right? You make it so much more powerful if you do that. You can mark up objects, video objects, audio objects. You can add local business schema, organization schema. You can FAQs, Q&A page. You can do all kinds of stuff and really power that up to that makes that tier 1 link so much more valuable, right? So Frankie says, I would love your thoughts or anything else I can do to squeeze some extra juice into the money site so they aren't just sitting there costing money. Yeah, I mean, you always have the option to use those domains for like tier 1 assets. They wouldn't be redirects at that point. But I think that's a nominal to protect the brand, to have all those different top level domains and such. Just redirecting. I mean, it makes sense to do that because it prevents other people from being able to register those domains, right? To me, it's not, it doesn't seem to me like it's just a cost of money. To me, it's kind of an insurance policy, so to speak, right? So it's just a shift in your thought process.